Hey, you're listening to WXOU 88.3 FM. My name's Logan Pizzaro, and with me I have the band Similar Kind.
Hello.
Hey. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So I kind of wanted to go back to the beginning of how was your band kind of formed?
I got this. I do it great every time. So
I have to hold the mic.
you have to hold the mic? Okay. So Ben and I did a little School of Rock sort of thing in this town called Reading, Connecticut, which wasn't School of Rock exactly, but it was very similar. And then that was how we met. And then we started playing in a band together. And then Ben met Julia because Julia's band at the time wanted him to do sound for them, which was a terrible idea.
It's also like not really that true.
No.
I guess I don't know.
I hit up Julia being like, because they were in a band, and I was like, hey, you guys trying to record stuff? Like, I record stuff with my band, me and Miles' band at the time. Then I met Julia. She came over to my house with her band, and we worked on some demos.
Well,
She said do sound. That's a little bit,
All right.
revisionist history there. So. Then from there, our old keyboard player, Evan, he was also kind of somebody that I knew from high school. We had a couple other members. We were playing around, and they all fell off here and there. And then we met Nate through some shows that we had played, and he was in every band at the show that we were playing at. And then we were like, well, we got to take him out of all those bands and put him in our band. And somehow it worked out where we needed a bass player for a show we were playing for the band Sunflower Bean. We were opening up for them, and we needed a bass player. And we asked him, and he was like, I'm down. And then he's been in the band ever since. And then Jake over here just joined 7 months ago. This is his third tour now with us. Yeah. I don't know what his musical journey is, so I can't give it.
Sweet. So what does the name Similar Kind mean? How did you guys come up with that?
It was an episode of Dexter. Of Dexter, and our old keyboardist Evan named the band. I guess he watched an episode of Dexter, and it was Dexter, the main character, who's a serial killer, of course. I guess another serial killer was talking to him.
His brother in the...
Was it? Oh, yeah. Right, yeah.
Yeah. And then they're like, you and I are of a similar kind. And then,
Got it.
And they texted you at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, we need a better version. I think we need something crazier. We need to make
better story.
Yeah, we got time to brew on it.
Dexter's pretty cool.
yeah, but it's just the person who came up with it isn't even around anymore.
Okay, how about two of us are actually serial killers?
Yeah. We were putting a body away, and we were like, you and I are...
No, we're of a similar kind. We shook hands and started a band.
Yeah.
So what are some bands that inspire your sound?
Snarky Puppy. No. Go ahead, Ben. I'll let you talk.
No, I was gonna go around the horn. You could say.
For me, I guess just a lot of modern pop funky stuff. For me personally, Dua Lipa and yeah, basically just stuff like that.
I would say The Cure, some Talking Heads stuff. Recently, we've all been listening to a lot of Ellen Pertise, which is this French funk band. Crumb, we like Crumb. Alaska is a cool band. What else have we been listening to? Remy Wolf, we've been listening to.
Sometimes we hit Man I Trust.
We're talking about inspirations.
Yeah.
That's inspiration.
There She was a Crumb song. We just put the chords backwards. So
No, yeah.
I guess the Strokes are definitely in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
I like LCD Sound System.
Yeah, Too Tired's definitely our most LCD sound system type.
Joe,
song.
the dude from Stranger Things, his stuff. We've been ripping that a lot in the van.
Nice. So speaking of your sound, how would you guys actually describe your sound? Because I was kind of trying to...
Terrible.
I was trying to describe it to a friend. And I was like, yeah, they're sort of indie pop, funk, a little jazz was kind of in there, it sounds like, especially with the WXOU Underground performance that you guys did. So what would you guys kind of consider it?
I kind of say the same kind of thing when people ask. I'm like, well, indie pop, I guess, but there's some funk, there's some jazz, there's some rock, there's some R&B. That's really what I say.
I kind of say doing whatever we want. It's kind of what it is.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever comes in the moment. I feel like now, though, we're kind of starting to streamline our sound a little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to narrow it down.
But I don't know. I think it's cool to have that,
All right, and one thing I want to know, what is each of your guys' favorite songs that you guys have?
that we have. I love Game Show and I Don't Want to Fight together. I kind of group them up together, honestly.
Okay.
I think one goes into the next one really nicely, and I really want to play it live again.
You're saying our favorite song of our own, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine are Nobody Loves You and Face to Face.
Definitely Face to Face. And then my second, either Game Show or I Don't Want to Fight. Yeah, I also grouped those together. But I Don't Want to Fight is just a solid track. Yeah.
I think Face to Face and I Don't Want to Fight Anymore.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. I Don't Want to Fight Anymore in my playlist since it like came out, so that one sits well with me.
Nice.
Before we really knew you.
Yeah, so that one sits.
Nice. And with that song in particular, it sounds like that song has a bit more of a story behind it. So I was wondering, what is the meaning behind I Don't Want to Fight Anymore?
I'm trying to think of it in a more general way. It's definitely like a internal struggle type song, like an identity struggle type song.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, particularly in my case, gender identity type stuff. But yeah, identity in general type struggle song.
Got it. So, yeah, and you guys are currently on tour with Hockey Dad. I know you guys have only done, was it 2 shows so far?
so far.
Got it. So how has that been so far?
It's been a lot of fun. I feel like now the tour starts because we were going home after the last 2 shows because we lived so close.
Right.
Where now we're really far from home, and then we're going to be really, really far from home. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. I think it's only going to get better from, tomorrow onward.
Yeah, so you guys have been on tour a couple times now. So what are some of your favorite things to do while you're on the road?
I love to explore the different foods and like go to different restaurants.
Nice.
And just eat.
I like. I guess this is more with the show stuff. I like meeting all the new bunch of people. I feel like every night puts you in like a different scenario, and you kind of don't know what you're gonna get, whether the crowd's gonna be this way or that way or whatever. But you always get to meet a lot of cool, interesting people, and then you see them come back when you go to the next show, kind of thing. I think that's my favorite part. We don't really get to see much of the cities. We get to see like one street sometimes.
I guess I also have a similar answer. Like wrapping up the show, going to the merch table, talking to different people, whether it be the different bands, like saying like, "Hey, good set," or "Can I use your amp?" Or yeah, a lot of fans come up, and it's really nice to be able to talk to them. And we run with a merch guy a lot. And last tour we went on, we didn't, so we were all together, like taking consideration of like selling our own merch and having that connection with our fans. Like keeping that in mind for this tour, even though we do have our sound guy or our merch guy, it's still fun to like still be there with the crowd like that you're giving the music to, and like they give you vibes, you just give it right back. So it's fun doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like I really like days like today where it's like an off day where we're already in the place and we're playing in the next day, so we don't have to worry about getting there at all, and we're just there. We can just like chill and I don't know, do things like this, like actually see places around and like I don't know, go to like a thrift store or like I don't know. It's just like nice to not have to rush and everything, because on the show days it's really busy, so you don't really get that time to just like enjoy the place that you're in.
Cool.
Yeah. And I like the traveling part of it. I don't know, like our country feels like so much smaller now since like being on the road. I don't know. I didn't travel like much before this group, but like now getting to go like to all these new places, like I feel like our country's like so small, and like traveling to like Nashville from Connecticut isn't like a haul like the way I used to view it, and now like we're going to like California, which is going to be even crazier, so it's gonna just make it feel even smaller. So yeah, I'm ready for Australia and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
so
next as the world gets smaller.
And to wrap it up, what are some more things that fans of your band can look forward to in the future? I know we had a couple new singles out recently, but what else? A little tease.
I guess I could say it doesn't matter. We're going on tour again in
Sweet.
November. We are coming back here too.
Awesome.
We're going on tour in November with Chase Petra and Carpool Tunnel. And hopefully at some point we'll record some new music. We don't have anything new yet, but we've been cooking on demos a lot.
Yeah.
We would love an album.
Yeah.
But-
Love a debut album.
But yeah, we have that tour is in November, and then kind of after that we'll probably record some more songs, record hopefully.
I think fans can look forward to an album. We just don't have any sort of timeline.
Right,
So
yeah.
not soon, not like a soon kind of thing, but like soon enough. Hopefully.
Definitely.
Yeah, the album's cooking. It's cooking, but it's yeah.
Prince Porter, what's the album?
Yeah, please tell us. When's it coming?
No, right now. Yeah, it's cooking. It's just like we only got the broth in the pot right now. We're still
Got it. Yeah.
working with
Yeah.
the ingredients.
Yeah.
but, yeah.
All right. Well, sweet. Well, thank you guys so much once again for joining us today. And you guys can look forward to their performance coming up in a little bit. So, yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for having us.
No problem.